Welcome back, you guys, for this week's rendition of the Disc Barn course preview shot by the boys over at GK Pro. This week we're here for a Disc Golf Pro Tour Silver Series in beautiful Santa Cruz, California at the historic De La Viega Disc Golf Course. I'm Connor O'Reilly, and let's show you how to play the keyholes. We're starting here on hole 1 with the par 3 at just under 360 feet. This one plays significantly up the hill with a low ceiling and some terracing happening, making it hard to make progress if you don't hit a very specific height window. Getting a putt from the edge of circle here will do well. I'm gonna take my Rive, just try to zing it up there. Well, had the speed, hit the height window, we got a putt. You'll take it here on hole 1. All right, starting off with a little straddle putt here on hole 1. Some tricky sloped greens with a lot of foliage on them, so definitely gonna have to do some straddle putts in this course. There we go. That's how you like to start, fresh out the car. No warm-up shots. Get the birdie on hole 1, De La. We'll take it, y'all. We're here on hole 2. It's a shorter par 3 at 270 feet, but with how uphill it is and how far left you have to get the disc, it effectively plays like a pretty full-power drive. Right-hand spike hyzer puts you to a pretty good spot most of the time and kind of hides this from the trees. You'll see some people get tricky with the turnover, but honestly, getting anything with a putt here that's not too much of a death putt with that slope behind is going to be good. All right, haven't thrown this one in a little while, so I'm going to try to make sure I give it the height. Caught a little bit of the trees there, but I believe I have a long putt at that one. Just for the people at home, we'll try to break through. We're on this putt here. Get through the branches. Oh. Well, we'll see if I got daylight or not. To be determined.
First try, I heard it keep on rolling. Did it roll, Bob? That's fair.
Let's be real, guys. You're not playing De La if you don't catch one nasty roll away, so I'd rather get it done early. Maybe skip this thing up in there at the 4. Oh, don't do it to me. Come on. Stop. Stop. Just be nice. Thank you. Dang it. This is good. The people need to see this. This is De La Viega at its finest. Tricky inside the circle putt here. A lot of slope. Let's go. Gonna need some big putts out here and a short memory to deal with these slopey greens. The name of the game out here at De La is tricky par 3s, where you hope your discs don't get stuck in the trees. We're here on hole 4, 390 foot. We've got a bunch of stuff kind of in the middle of the flight there. You can either take the wide hyzer shot. Left-hand players will try to turn something that's gonna dig into the hill. You even see some forehand rollers here. Greg Barsby aced it one time apparently. Legendary stuff. I'm gonna take the backhand hyzer though. All right, this one's for the champ, Greg Barsby. It's a backhand hole, not a forehand roller. You just gotta get lucky, shave some trees. That should be circle's edge putting down there. All right, we're inside circle 2 here. Honestly, on this hole, anything inside circle 2 is a pretty good tee shot. Got a tricky little low ceiling. Gonna have to stab it in there. Little James Conrad style for you guys. Hint to Annie. Oh, do not miss your putts long out here. That is nasty. There you have it for hole 4. The key part of this is that middle row of trees you got to beat in the mid fairway. You beat that, give yourself a long look. Maybe just lay it up, take your par if you don't have a great one, because this branch back behind can provide some trouble. And I've already seen what those rollaways will do, but get a par or get a birdie here. It's definitely a bonus. Good momentum builder. Hole 8 is one of the memorable par 3s, right around 350 feet with the out of bounds road long. You got a low ceiling that comes in the last third of this flight, as well as a slope pulling you away from the basket. I like to try to kind of ace run this one, take my long miss if I do miss, have an easy par putt coming back. You'll see a lot of speeds of discs get thrown here, some putters, some mid-ranges. I'm going to elect for the compass here. Head over to the disc barn, check one out yourself for a nice straight to slightly overstable flight. Get in the bucket. Oh, that tree just stopped and saved that basket, but we got a putt. Bob confirms I was at least catching left side chains if that tree didn't block it, but on a course like this, you want to grab as many 2s as possible, so we'll take one here on 6. 8. No, this is our 6. Course 8. They confuse me out here. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah. Okay. We're here on hole 8. It's a tricky par 3 that we played a different position last year off to the left, which suited a flex forehand for the right-hand player really nicely, or the pullover backhand flex for the left-handed player. Now we've got a true tunnel shot just under 400 feet at 374. Really, you got to just be nice and pure here. Miss left or right, you might kick to the out of bounds road, or you might kick to a tricky to scramble from spot. So take your straight fairway driver and let it rip. Okay. I'm gonna take my beat-in Opto Explorer here. Try to just have it gently stand up off a hyzer. Oh shit. Rethrow, sorry.
Oh yeah, we cut that.
Dang, that release on the fairway would have been perfect. All right, I got a scramble for par. Take this little backdoor window on the left. There we go. That'll do. Thought I could throw the same shot that I won the grill with. Maybe invite Matty O over for some market price crab legs, but maybe next time. Gotta settle for the par scramble. On a dead straight tunnel hole like this, it's really about finding that tempo that you want to throw, getting the timing and angle right on your throw, and just hoping the disc does the right thing. We're here on the 9th hole of competition play, and this one is a big stroke separator, better known as I-5. This hole has a low canopy of trees for the second half of the flight and the second half of the hole. That really causes trouble, especially out here in California where they like to play the 2-meter rule. You got to scream a low drive in there through the trees and skip as far left as you can to maybe get an edge of circle 2 putt if you really execute well. You can try to crash in over the top, but you're really just pulling the slot machine at that point. I like the low skip shot. All right, I'm gonna take my Tristan Tanner Orbit Rive. These things have a nice overstability for a distance driver. Play it low at that dead tree and try to fade in front. Oh, that flipped up a little bit. But still skipped right in front of that dead tree. Got an approach shot to save par, but you know, can't ask for too much better than that in this hole. Looks like we're playing the shorter pin than last year. This one's a little more manageable. Throw a good drive, and I'm left with about 120 feet to the green. A little harp skip shot. Oh, got the straight skip. Squeaked by. Thanks for the grease, Kev Jones. Par here on hole 9, but honestly, feels like I executed my game plan. Can't be too mad at that. No harm, no foul. Here we are on the back 9, starting with the tricky par 3 at 363 feet. I guess I should stop saying they're par 3 since every hole in this course is, but you know, just nailing it down for you guys. This one's pretty iconic and memorable for the challenge. If you want to go up this gut, it's a pretty low ceiling, very specific shot. I would hate to be a left-handed player here. I'm gonna take the high right-hand hyzer, try to swing it over the trees. If you beat that first cluster out there in the middle, you get a lot of airspace and you can give yourself a putt. Feels like we got a little bit of wind off our right shoulder, which is actually the ideal wind to kind of lift your disc on this shot. Taking my orbit rive again. Hit the canopy, but I think I had a good line. And I caught the canopy of this last like 50-foot tree that if you beat, you're definitely edge of circle or better putting. So you have to throw it a little harder next time. Ooh, little flex with the harp, just slithered around that tree trunk. Like I said, those daylight greens force you to get creative sometimes. Another par here on hole 10, but honestly, 9 and 10 are both bonuses, so pars on those aren't going to hurt you too bad, but it'd be nice to pick up one of them. This year, we're not playing the iconic refrigerator hole out over the valley, but we are playing hole 11 here. Similar vibes. You're gonna throw it out at this big dead tree and have it fall out to the right at the end of the flight. There's a kind of scraggly dead oak you can see there. If you play it into that, you should have a putt. Hope you don't get the 2 meter here.
Comment? Coming in. That seems like the best one, right?
That one I think is putting, I believe. Yeah, we'll take that. Thought we were playing the same pin as last year here, but just found out it's over there on the left. All good though, just out here getting a feel. See if we can't make a correction though. Little toss in for the people. Oh my gosh. Tree tried to help y'all out, but another par. All right, the play here is gonna be play it at this dead oak. Try to beat the treetops there, give yourself a long putt. Not an easy hole, but definitely one you want to give yourself an edge of circle look on to the next. We're here on hole 12. I believe it's the shortest hole on the course, and this one's better known as Gravity. As you can see, we've got an intense left to right slope here, a little bit of terracing around the green. Play it into the hillside. Cross your fingers you don't roll. Maybe sneak by the tree for an ace. I'm gonna take my beat-in harp and play a little soft Anheuser shot. Let the overstability of the disc fight back left. Oh. Well, I got the softness right, and that's a pretty solid putt there, as bad as that shot fell out of the hand. So hit your angle, pick the right disc, take a birdie. You want to do your work off the tee here on Gravity so you don't have to do it on the green. Anything that hits the cage and doesn't go in can spell nightmare here. And it's kind of comical sometimes. Sorry if you catch the roll away, but this is what happens out here. Here we are on hole 15. back to the starting hole for last year's Masters Cup. We were playing that pin you can see straight ahead of us, but now we're tucked up and to the left, I'm told. I haven't played this pin position yet, so I'm guessing one of the better shots you can get is about a circle 2 jump putt up the hill. I'm gonna kind of try to ace run that short pin there and see what happens. All right, gonna take my rive here. Just try to stick it up on the hillside. See if I can move it left a little bit. Yeah, I felt like I got a good rip on that one. Might be a 45 footer. I have no clue really. Pro tip, uphill holes, throw it farther than your card mates so you can catch your breath before you putt. I got about 40 feet, 45 feet, straight up the hill. See what we can do. Don't even do it to me. That's just not good. This. Oh, stroke them.
Just reputt it.
That's just not. Is this what disc golf's supposed to be? I get punished like that. All right, we got about 42 feet, about 47 feet up the hill. See what we can manage. Don't even do it to me. Oh my God. There are real heroes in this world, you guys. And I'm not one of them. If you thought you were sick of the slopes already, hole 16 might be the steepest tee shot here. It's a good par 3, a little under 300 feet. Effectively power-wise though, it's gonna play in the 330 to 340 range. You're gonna see a lot of players yanking on a fairway driver, just trying to get up there and miss long here, because really it's hard to do here, and it's a good play. All right, gonna take my beat up Explorer. There's a pretty defined gap through these 2 big pine trees here. If you can hit that, you should have a putt. Uh-oh, little hummingbird, watch out. Beat it, yes. I think that's right, but it should be pretty close. We like that. Yeah.
Yes.
A little pro tip, if you like to stagger stance putt, it can be tricky to get that weight shift uphill. So try switching to the straddle so you can use your legs in more of a vertical pushing motion. There we go. 16 is all about getting the height off the tee, really powering through that drive, maybe have it drift with a little bit of turn in the flight. Give yourself a putt from pretty close, because this green can get tricky when you're trying to run it from deep. For hole 17, we're up here on the ridge. Slopes away either way on the left and the right side. We have a pretty good flat area to use here. They raised the basket up here this year at 354 feet. It's a nice mid-range shot for most of the pros. Some guys will tempo down on a fairway driver, maybe even an up-tempo putter here. Pick your poison, hit a flat angle, give yourself a putt. All right, I'm gonna take my beat-in compass, release it on a little bit of hyzer, let it stand up. Finish back left. There we go. Landed this flat here, you'll probably be pretty happy. Getting to throw mid-rangers out on the tour can be a bit of a lost art nowadays. So when I step up to a hole like 17 here, right in that 350 range, I'm licking my chops to bust out that compass and let it have it. Here we are at one of the most iconic holes in disc golf, hole 18 at De La Viega. You got the beautiful bay views in the background. Basket way down there, probably 150 feet below us here, somewhere in that range. I heard you just throw the shot and then call parking lot and hope that it's close here, but I don't know. I'm new to this place. I'm gonna take the spiking hyzer though. with my stiletto, play the fast disc. You can really play a putter straight at it or 13 speed over the top. Pick your poison, put it close. This one's tricky, a lot can happen. Let's see how it plays out. All right, I'm gonna play the Spike Heiser stiletto shot here. I believe that dug down in circle 1, but we'll have to confirm with Bob at the bottom there. All right, I stuck my stiletto at about 70. More of a headwind than I anticipated off the tee, so definitely a hole you gotta read the wind on. Almost played that headwind lifter there. Gonna have to settle for par here on hole 18. There's a par to close out here on hole 18 at De La Viega. One of, if not the most historic courses still on our tour today. This course has been around for years and people love it for good reason. A lot of elevation change, slopey greens, rollaways are abundant here. Luckily we're playing no 2 meters out here this year, so the discs are gonna fly true and get what they deserve for the most part. Once again, this has been the Disc Barn course preview from Santa Cruz. This weekend we got the Masters Cup. Make sure you watch the boys at GK Pro and their post-produced coverage. Once again, this has been Connor O'Reilly, and thanks for joining us.